All right.
Feels weird. Starting off this, I don't know, this doing it this early feels unnatural. I feel like I
Yeah.
forget how things work.
Yeah, I
Like,
mean, for context, it's 10 in the morning. Um
mhm.
Clearly we are not morning people. uh we were
Nope.
just talking about how well, I don't know what your sleep schedule is like, but my sleep schedule is garbage, or at least it's rather non-existent. It kind of fell apart over the last like half week. Although when I
The
got out of
thing,
the hospital, it was good. But yeah,
the thing. I'm normally, I can't say that I'm not a morning person because I'm normally awake by like 6 o'clock in the morning and can't go back to sleep. I just don't want to do anything. I just want to be awake and just lay there, just consume media or just stare off and just think and just wander. But like I won't go back to sleep. Like I'll be up for quite some time before I fall back to sleep.
yeah. I mean, I feel like, well, do you just naturally wake up at like 6 o'clock?
Yeah, just with no alarm or anything. I'll just be awake and just be there. Like there's no reason. Like today, it's my day off and I didn't set an alarm anything or anything. I was just awake
When
at
did you go to
six
bed?
o'clock. I went to bed around like 11 or so, 11:30 maybe.
Well, then you got like, I think that's your body telling you that you got all the sleep that you needed. Um,
Yeah, I guess so.
because
Even if
like,
I go
well,
to bed like really, really late, like if I go to bed at like 2, like 1, still be waking up around 6.
oh yeah, see, I'm not
I'll
like
be
that.
super tired, but I'll still be waking up around 6.
See, if I go to bed early, like if I go to bed before 12, then yeah, I'll just naturally wake up at like 6:30 for no good reason other than I guess my body's internal clock is working.
Right.
um but yeah, no, when I stay up late, I definitely sleep in past that. Like I wouldn't have woken up this morning. Well, to be fair, I woke up this morning way earlier, but that I went back to bed because I knew that I was like gonna feel like shit. Um, I think I woke up at like 5 by accident, and that was only like 3 hours of sleep. But that's because I had to take a piss, and I always, not always, but pretty often have to wake up in the middle of the night to take a piss, and then I'll
Yeah.
just go back to bed. But if I do go to bed early enough, then yeah, no, like if I go to bed before 12, before midnight, then yeah, I'll like naturally wake up around 6 o'clock usually. But
Point of no return for me is normally like it's like 4 or 3:30, 3:30 to 4 a.m. and I go to sleep. I'm waking up at like 9 or something like that sometimes. Rare
interesting.
though.
So do you, I mean, I guess that would be because your body just is used to waking up at that time because you always do wake up at the time.
I
Whereas
normally go
for
wake up at that time for like work and stuff, and I'll just be like super stressed and paranoid. Be like, oh no, I'm wrong. I feel too rested.
oh no. And that's what you feel when you get up at 6:30 ish automatically?
Not
Like you're
regularly,
just in
but
a
if I
panic?
go to bed knowing that, oh, I'm not gonna get a whole lot of sleep tonight, then I'm sleeping, but I have like a subconscious thought. It's like, oh, I'm asleep and this is nice. And I'm like, it's too nice. This is too good. Something's wrong. And I wake up in a freak and I'm like, I either look at the first thing I do is grab my phone and look at the time, and I'm either like, oh, okay, I'm okay. I still got a little bit of time, but I'll just stay awake so I don't risk it, or I'll go, I'm late.
See, I feel like at that point you're no longer sleeping. You're on like the point where like you're pretty much waking up, but you realize that you just have the feeling that you may have slept in, and that's where the panic probably comes from.
I think so.
Not because yeah, because you're probably already waking up slowly, and then as soon as your conscious kicks in, and it's just like, oh wait, reality is present. I need to I need to see what's going on. Get in
I
check.
just hate that that is my first thought. That I wake up and go, "Am I late?" And
Yeah,
my first moments of consciousness is just anxiety.
I mean, I feel like, I mean, yeah, that's not very fun. I can't say that I feel like that nowadays, but I when I was working, um, like what was it? I think I was working 8 to 4. Um, yeah, or 8 to 4:30. Yeah, I definitely felt that as well. Wait, no, what was it? Yeah, no, 8 to 4:30. That's right. Um, yeah, no, I definitely. Whenever I would wake up, the first thing I would feel is the panic of being late, regardless of if I was late or not. Just because I didn't know what the time was. So it's like I feel like that's an innate. Everybody sort of when you've got a schedule, or even when you don't have a schedule, because I don't have a schedule anymore. Like I don't have to get up for anything, but when I wake up, my first thought is still, what time is it? But the panic is no longer there. I just wake up and I just look at my phone and I'm just like, oh, it's like 10:30. Oh, it's 7 o'clock. I woke up early tonight. I need to go back to sleep, or I want to go back to sleep. Or if I wake up at like 6:30 because I woke up early, I was just like, all right, nice. Let's have a good start to the day. Whereas sometimes I'll just look at the clock and it's like 2 p.m. and I'm like, holy shit, I slept for 10 hours. Which yeah, I really don't normally oversleep. I feel like I usually undersleep. So when I do oversleep, I'm like, I don't get upset about that because it's like probably like my body being like, okay, well, I probably needed that. Chill. All right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I guess now that we're on the topic of
My
sleeping.
Discord has been,
Oh.
my Discord's been liking to reset itself lately. I don't
Oh.
know
What do you
what,
mean?
but like it'll my normal screen will be up with like our chat and everything, and then all of a sudden the Discord loading screen comes up, and you know how it has like that little fun fact or like teaches you a little quick.
Oh yeah.
I'll just come up and it will just be loading, and then it'll be done, and it will just be back in chat. I don't hear anything when that happens. I don't know if you can hear me when that happens.
Uh
It happens.
yeah.
I
I
don't know
think
why.
I think that's Discord losing connection to the internet and
Hmm.
trying to reconnect.
That's not ideal when trying to record a podcast.
No,
But
hopefully that that doesn't keep up.
it's happened a few times, like this recording and last, and I think I've been able to play it off pretty slick.
Yeah, I hadn't noticed. Although the while you when you just started talking there about it, you kind of your voice it kind of went robotic for like half a second, like 2 or 3 times. So almost sounding like there was some slight connection issues going on.
Well, I guess we'll see how that proceeds, but
Yeah,
as good as time as any if I don't cut out to say welcome to Arguably a Podcast and thanks for joining. Shalom.
and I'm Liam. Like
Another kilo.
yeah. Well, this is like the third podcast in a row that we've done. Just the two of us looking like the podcast may continue on that path, approaching the point of no return. One might say to the point if we ever might have Jake back on the podcast, he might be on the podcast as a guest. We'll see.
Yeah, he might be good.
Certainly no longer one of the core member of the podcast,
Soon
clearly.
to be.
But
And it's not like he doesn't have the chance. He knows when we're doing it.
oh yeah,
He could give his input on if that works or doesn't work for him or not. But
yeah,
oh well.
yeah. No, instead he chooses to be silent.
I just hope he's doing well. I hope he's getting everything he wanted out of life and things are going good for him. I talked to him not too long ago. Because he it was actually the day after we recorded, like the next morning. He asked how the recording went. And I was like, oh, it wasn't bad. And he's
Oh
like,
yeah.
so what did you guys talk about? And I was like, we spent a good chunk of time talking about you. And he's like, I figured as much, but what was said? And I was like, I guess you're gonna have to listen and find out. So, so that guaranteed us at least one viewer.
Oh man, that's hilarious. And that's also really funny because the episode still isn't out yet, so he still doesn't know what we talked about.
Yeah, but
Uh,
everyone else doesn't know that it's not out. We could just act like that's when we meant to release it.
I
We
mean, yeah, but
postponed
it's
it to
still it
keep
doesn't
him in
matter.
suspense.
Yeah, well, that's not the reason. The reason is just because there wasn't really time. Like we recorded it at like 11:30 or something last night, or last week when we finished it. So it
It's
is what it
actually
is.
probably the worst day for us to record. Like it works out well for me in my life, but in terms of when stuff is released,
Oh yeah, no,
man,
definitely. It's awful. It's
terrible.
terrible. Yeah, no. At least this time we're doing it at the beginning of the day as opposed to the end of the day.
Yeah,
Um so but I mean, hey, at least we're here putting in some
we
effort.
are. Yeah, it worked out. We found a time that worked and we made it happen.
Yeah. All it
Um,
took was a slight bit of effort and communication. Main key point there being communication. Not really even much effort to coordinate. Uh,
I don't know. No, we had to wake up. We had to
well,
wake
I
up.
said not much effort to
Oh,
coordinate.
to coordinate? No,
Yeah,
you need communication to coordinate.
yeah.
You can't coordinate with us.
I definitely didn't want to get up this morning because I didn't get enough sleep. But that is nobody's fault but my own, and I'm willing to own up to my own faults in this area. So,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and hey, I'm still here.
That's a tricky one. That's a
Uh,
tricky one. I
well,
never feel like I get enough sleep.
well, that's the thing. If you sleep for too much, you will be more tired when you wake up. And the problem about that is it'll go away as the day progresses. However, it'll be harder to fall asleep later, or you'll want to fall asleep later, and then it'll end up compounding. And so that's why my sleep schedule's so fucked up, is because when I do end up getting enough sleep, it's usually because I just managed to sleep in long enough to where I didn't just happen to wake up, and then I wake up super late in the day, and it's just like, well, I don't feel tired until like the next day early in the morning. So,
But throughout the whole day, do you just feel like exhausted but can't sleep, or
no, no, like for example, if I sleep for 10 10 hours, then I'll feel like really tired when I wake up usually, but it takes like an hour for me to like maybe less than an hour to like acclimate to consciousness, and I'm fine. But then to go back to sleep, it'll be like I need like 20 hours before I need to go back to sleep again. And I'm also somebody who is like pretty fucked up in that area, in that I don't really feel like I need to go to sleep ever, which is shitty because that also fucks up my sleep schedule. I
like
don't.
an insomnia type of thing?
I mean, yes, kind of. Not. I mean, half and half. It used to be worse, where I would just lay in bed for, at minimum, it felt like 30 to 40 minutes. Maximum, it usually took me. It could take me like a couple hours to fall asleep. Nowadays, if I go to bed and I'm actually in bed, I can usually fall asleep within that half an hour. However, um, I'm never at it's rare for me to hit the point where just like, yeah, I'm tired, I need to go to bed. Usually when I go to bed, it's just like, I should really go to bed or else tomorrow I'm going to wake up at like 5 p.m. or something like that. It's like if I just don't go to bed until I'm actually tired, I just won't end up going to bed. That's the problem. Like for example, last night it was like 1 a.m. on stream, and I was like, fuck, I should have gone to bed like hours ago, but I'm still not tired. I don't feel like I need to go to bed. And I don't know
Mm.
why that is necessarily. It is definitely a big factor of that is because I was I'm usually on the screen and the blue light is affecting my affecting my brain. But I've also got like these blue light glasses that help filter that out, but I still just I don't know. I feel like the part of my body that is supposed to tell me when I'm tired is it's broken. And it needs
Mine is
some
broken
tuning.
too, but
Yeah.
in a different type of way because like I can't stay awake. Or wait,
Oh,
hold on. I can't stay awake when I want to.
okay.
And basically, I don't know when I'm tired until like I've woken up the next morning. Because
What?
when I try to go to sleep, I can't. It like takes hours of me just laying there. Like if I'm not doing anything and genuinely trying to go to sleep, I'll just be laying there for like hours and just like staring at the wall or thinking about whatever and just won't be able to sleep. I'll just be laying in bed for hours and just like chilling,
Right.
right? But then if I'm just like sitting on the couch watching a movie or if I'm laying in bed watching a YouTube video, I'll get like 10 minutes in and just pass out.
Okay.
And I have no idea why. Like I can't like especially with movies. Movies are the one that really gets me for some reason. If I'm just like watching like like I've been trying to watch Lord of the Rings and mind you
Okay.
that's a really long movie.
Very long
So
movies, especially if you're watching like the director's cuts or whatever.
yeah, I'm watching
Then,
the extended edition of
yeah,
the
okay.
first one right now.
How long
And
is
I
that?
started it, it's 3 hours.
Okay.
Like three and a half maybe or something like
Right.
that.
Right.
But I started it yesterday at like let's say like 7:45
Okay. Getting.
and then I stopped watching at well, I took a break to like eat dinner and whatnot and like clean up.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So I watched from like 7:45 until about 9 or so, and
Okay.
then started up again at maybe like 10 and watched from like 10 to like 11-ish. But like
Right.
I want to say 11:30, but like the last half an hour I was like in and out of sleep, so I really wasn't picking up what was going on.
Right.
And then like I was since I just kept sleeping, like my girlfriend was like, just go to sleep, just go to sleep. And I was like, all right, all right, all right. But I did want to finish the movie. But then I saw I still had like 2 hours in the movie left.
Wait. You said you started at 7:45, and you were like falling asleep around like 11:30. That that
Yeah.
that means you what?
Well, yeah,
That
it was
means you were
because I
almost
like
done the movie.
no, because I stopped at like 9. So I watched from like 7:45 to
Oh,
like
what?
9.
Okay, well, this is okay. What you said? Okay, where did nine come from? This is new information.
Oh, is it? Okay, yeah. So no, I said I stopped at like 9 to like eat and clean up and stuff.
Oh, I thought you just like were just eating and cleaning up while you're watching. Like, okay, never mind.
No, no,
Okay,
I
I
stopped
okay
the movie at
misinterpreted
9.
that.
And then I started again at like 10.
Okay,
From like 10 to 11 days. So I was a good chunk of the way through the movie. Like by the time I stopped the second time because I was starting to like I was just nodding off without realizing it. It was like probably had like an hour and a half in the movie left or something like that, an hour and 20 minutes.
okay, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, this morning I woke up and I tried to watch the movie again just to continue where I left off. And then I got like 30 minutes in and then fell asleep. And then I woke up and there was like 10 minutes left in the movie. I'm like, whoa, what happened? So I like
Yeah.
replayed back to what I remembered and then I started watching and then I was like, right. And then like another 10 minutes went by and I fell asleep again. It happened
Oh
like three
my god.
times where I would fall asleep and wake up in the like last 40 minutes of the movie. And even now I still haven't finished it and I've been up since like 6 o'clock. But I didn't start watching until like 9. But from 9 to 10:30, I just didn't. I probably progressed through like about another 30 minutes.
So when did you go to actually like go to bed and wake up last night?
I went to bed, and woke up at.
Yeah.
I went to probably fell asleep around like 11:50. And then I woke up, but I was already pretty much asleep because I fell asleep during the movie. So
Yeah, but I mean, you weren't like sleeping. That's just like that's just like some really long foreplay. You weren't sleeping
Are you talking about this morning or last night?
last night.
But no, last night I was fully out of it. Like I was like sleep. Like I went into like sleep to like waking up because something loud happened on the TV.
Yeah,
Then
but
heavy
that
sleep.
yeah, but no, you weren't in heavy sleep. You were in light sleep because something woke you up really easily.
No,
Like
I'm a pretty light sleeper in general, though.
yeah, but like I'm saying, if you sleep for like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, that's not actual sleep. That's like a nap. You were taking naps while you were watching
Yeah,
the
I
movie.
guess
You weren't
so. I was,
sleeping.
yeah. I guess. Yeah, I guess.
So, but you still got.
But it put me in like the mindset where it was easier to fall asleep again because I just been
Yeah,
sleeping.
yeah, yeah. No, absolutely. But you
So
weren't.
then
Yeah,
I didn't
so
have the issue when I went to bed to fall asleep. I could just go to bed and I fell asleep pretty quickly.
right. So then what I'm trying to ask is how long you actually slept for in that period of time that you were sleeping, not like snoozing, not having a
Oh,
nap.
so then yeah, I probably actually slept like around like 11:50 to like 6:30 ish maybe.
Okay, so you got more than 6 hours of sleep, which is like a lot of people would argue that um, if they get more than 6 hours of sleep, they feel really groggy and tired in the morning. So maybe you're just one of those people. However, maybe you just really don't like this movie, and so you just keep falling asleep watching it. And you're just like already in the state of because I assume at this point you haven't like gotten up and like gotten really 100% fully awake. Like where are you, what did you just like get out of bed and just go sit on the couch and start watching the movie?
Would make that argument. Yeah, a lot of people would make that exact argument about that, me getting that amount of sleep.
Oh, welcome back.
Did I get it right? Did I do a good job?
No, that would definitely be the worst one so far. That one is very noticeable. You just it was like silence and then it's just like oh yep, I did get a good amount of sleep. People would make that argument. Oh yeah, that was good. That was a good try. I mean, almost recovered it.
What really messed me up on that one
Oh man, that was
is
good.
that when I came back, I guess Discord had relogged everything that you had said. Since I just came back, it like did it on like fast forward and
Oh
you
yeah, yeah, yeah,
you
yeah. It just says it really fast. I love it when it does that. That is hilarious.
was trying to pick up what you were saying as that was happening, so I knew where we were at. Then I just heard couch at the end, and I was like, okay, yeah, we'll go off that.
Yeah. So so when you were watching the movie this morning, did you just get up and then just move to the couch and start watching the movie? Is that like the order of operations sort of thing?
No, not at all. I woke up and then I was up for quite a bit, just like on my phone, and then I brought the movie to me in bed. Like I brought my laptop to bed, and then I
Okay.
just
I mean,
went to
it
bed.
sounds like you're kind of setting yourself up for disaster here because you're not even leaving the bed. It's like it's like they say like and that's also probably a reason why it takes you a long time to get to sleep is because like I've listened to some supposed sleep experts before and they say the bed is for two things and two things only
Bed and
sleep
sleep.
and sex. Exactly. And if you start bringing other things into the bed and start doing other things in bed, your body will recognize that. And so that's probably why it takes you forever to go to sleep. But when you're finally in the mode of sleep, your body is in the mode of sleep because you're still in bed. And so it you just I feel like you really misplayed that right there. I feel like I feel like by staying, for one, you were staying in bed looking on your phone. Like I'll do that sometimes when I wake up, but I never do that when I'm going to bed because I just like I don't even have my phone by my bed anymore when I go to bed. Up in like I'll just usually have my phone charging at my desk, and then at my bed I'll just go to bed at my bed, and when I go to bed, I just go straight to bed and I just try to fall asleep immediately. Um, but you were like, we woke up, you went on your phone, and you were still in bed, and so your brain's like, ah, well, we're still trying to go to sleep because we're on our phone in bed because that's the pattern. And then you whipped out the laptop, and you're just like, all right, well, your body's like, okay, well, bigger screen. We're still trying to go to bed.
Uh, yeah, I don't know. I think adapted very shittily.
Well, I think you set yourself up for shittily adaptation. Shitty
No, but
adaptation.
like three, maybe four. No, like 3 nights of the week. It used to be all the time, but now now it's not. But most of the nights I have to fall asleep watching something, like consuming some type of media. Like I'll normally have like Netflix on or like Disney Plus, just watching some show and fall asleep to something.
I mean,
I'm sure that's terrible for
well, I think that just I think instead of doing that, you should read a book because
me. No, I refuse.
well, then just don't do anything. Then just go to bed because
Then I
it's
just
like
lay there and I can't sleep. Like I just lay there. I'm bored.
I don't know, man. Start counting sheep. Get used to it. Figure it out. I don't know. You're fucking yourself over. That's all I'm saying.
But
That's what it looks like, and
what's
that's what
gonna
I've been
happen though?
told, and that's what you've been
Like
told too. You already knew that. You already knew.
how am I screwing myself though? Like what's the worst that's gonna happen?
You're
Because
just,
that's the only way I'll be able to sleep if
but
I
it
just
takes you
fell
that
asleep.
much more time to go to sleep. You need like an hour. Like you said, you need like an hour or two buffer before you can actually fall asleep because you consume
That's
media because while you're going to sleep.
No, I'm saying without the media, it takes me that long. With the media, it's like moments.
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 So you just like turn on like Netflix and you're just like out cold the next like 5 minutes.
No, I'll turn on basically, I'll put on some show, and I'll normally be asleep before that episode ends.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I guess if it's a show that you don't give a shit about, but like that, I think that's why you weren't able. Like I said, it circles back to this morning. It's just like you've trained your body to fall asleep to watching things in bed. No shit, you're gonna fall asleep to Lord of the Rings in bed. It's the longest thing that you can watch. It's like you're not gonna make it through that.
But it's progressed outside the bedroom.
But you're
Now, if I'm
watching
just
it
even
in
on the
bed.
No, but I'm saying like even if I'm just like on the couch watching a movie, I'll also probably fall asleep.
Yeah, but oh my!
You
But
know
the
how many
point.
times I've tried to watch Ocean's 11?
No, I don't even
To
know what
me,
that.
Ocean's 11 and 12, and I don't know if I saw 13, but they're all just one big movie to me. Because I fell asleep at different, like in Ocean's 11, I think I fell asleep just after the beginning, and then Ocean's 12, I fell asleep near the end or whatever, so I just put them together as one movie. I couldn't separate the two.
I mean, like, see, like, yeah, like I said, You're not disproving my point here. You're just saying more things. It's like, yeah, well, this is an example of something I fell asleep to. Well, it's like, I don't know how you expect to watch something in your bed if you trained yourself to fall asleep watching things, to not fall asleep watching something in your bed. It's
So how do I train myself out of this?
well, either stop watching things in bed or stop watching things in bed. It's like you either stop watching the things in bed to try and go to sleep, or stop watching things that you want to watch in bed. It's like either or. You can't do both. Because
So I'm
if
gonna
you,
have to just
you're gonna have to get up.
everything I watch, I'm just gonna have to watch it like at a standing desk. I'm gonna
No,
need like
just
a sit on
watch
the
it at the
couch with like
couch.
an no, but I fall asleep on the couch just as much as I fall
But
asleep in
that's
bed.
because you're watching it when you're going to bed anyway. You're watching it like in preparation for going to bed. It's like, ugh.
No, I don't put on a movie at the couch to plan to use that to go to sleep.
No,
If
but
I'm
I'm
putting it
talking
on to
about the
go to sleep,
timing. It's not about
because I'm
the
watching it at
it's not about
bedtime.
the intention. It's about the subconscious. It's the subconscious rules everything. The subconscious is underlying everywhere. It's the most like it's the subconscious is powerful. And so what I'm saying is you having trained yourself in bed, like to go in bed and watch things until you fall asleep, your brain is now conditioned and it's like to be ooh, I'm watching something and bedtime is approaching. This is my bedtime ritual. I'm going to be getting tired and trying to fall asleep. Not because you're intending to, but because you've trained your brain to do that. And that's why this morning you're in bed watching something. Your brain's like, well, I guess we're still trying to go to bed. Not because you're intending to do that, but because the subconscious has been conditioned to do that.
So you're saying that I just need to like start watching
I'm
movies.
not telling you what you need to do. I'm observing what you are doing and telling you why it's happening and why you're experiencing what you're experiencing. Because it seems to me to be pretty obvious why you fell asleep watching Lord of the Rings this morning. It's not because
Oh,
of any other reason other than you were in bed watching it right after you woke up, and that is your sleeping ritual to watch
but it
something
wasn't.
to go to bed.
But I was awake for quite some time before falling
Yeah,
asleep
but
in
you were
Lord of the
still
Rings.
in bed.
I
You
guess
said you were on your phone in bed, and then you started watching Lord of the Rings in bed. It's
how
like,
come I didn't fall asleep like between? How come it took until I started watching to fall asleep again?
because when you're on your phone, at least you're doing something. When you're watching, you're no longer doing anything. You're just watching. And like you said, when you try and go to bed, like 3 to 4 times a week, the easiest way for you to fall asleep is just to put something on Netflix, I assume, on your laptop, and so
Yeah.
in bed, and so you start watching it on your laptop and falling asleep. See,
Yeah.
the math is adding up here.
Okay, okay. I understand. I understand like how it's happening or why it's happening. But
Right.
how do I stop it? Can I just no longer watch movies around bedtime? Like
I
at just a certain time, I consume like no blue light.
Well, no, I mean, I think that if you well, it depends on what you want to do. What do you want to do? Do you
I wanted to be able to finish a movie in a sitting. But like,
Okay, do you also want to continue to watch things to bed?
yeah, I like it. It's nice, man.
Well, I feel like you're
It's a
playing with
really
fire
enjoyable.
here.
It's like
It's a
it's an
double-edged
enjoyable way to
sword.
fall asleep. Dude, there's nothing like than watching like Seinfeld or just like stand-up special, and you just got a chuckle going. It's a good way to fall asleep, man.
Well, I feel like you're playing fire. I feel like I feel like you're just because you have chosen this path as of consuming media as a form of falling asleep that you're just gonna have to deal with the fact that you're gonna start falling asleep when you're watching shit as like your bedtime approaches unless you're for some reason like pumped on caffeine or adrenaline or something to something out of the norm to keep you awake. Because your current norm is, as you have explained and described, falling asleep while watching things. So,
Sleep while drinking a Red Bull. Want to know how it happened?
yeah.
I went and like I think I came back from the gas station just because I wanted to get gas before going to work, so I didn't have to stop in the morning. And then it's like
Oh,
at the
yeah.
pump, it said like Red Bulls were like on special or whatever, and you can get like two for $5.
Oh, yeah.
Two, and then I went back home and put like them in the fridge, and I was like, oh well, I only need one tomorrow morning, so just have the other one now. I'm feeling good. Go for a little drink, and then I brought it to bed with me, and I was watching a show, and I was laying down, I was just sipping on the Red Bull, and then just woke up, and there's like half the can of Red Bull still, and then at that point, my computer had like went into sleep mode because it knew it was time to sleep.
Yeah, yeah. And so you so you decided when you're going to bed that I'm just gonna have some Red Bull.
No, I wasn't planning to go to bed. I was just planning on watching my show. And I just wanted to do that
But you
before
were
going
in
to
bed.
bed. Yeah, I just wanted to do it in bed. Dude, I like my bed, man. It's comfy. I do need a new mattress, though.
Isn't that the
But
thing that makes it comfy?
that's the mattress. What do you mean? What do you
Well,
mean?
why do you need a new bed if it's comfy?
I think it's worn out.
Well, I
It's
mean,
definitely,
if
yeah,
it's
it's
still
definitely worn
comfy,
out.
then why do you need a new bed?
Oh, because it could be more comfy. Like it's still more
I love
comfortable
my
than
bed.
laying
It's so
down on the
comfy.
floor.
I need a new mattress.
It's still more
I
comfortable
keep
than
falling
laying
asleep while
down.
watching things, but I like to fall asleep watching things. What's going on here? We need to solve this.
I'm just saying it's like more comfortable than like lying on the floor, and it's bigger than my couch. I think if my couch was the size of my bed, my couch would be more comfortable. But it's just like bigger, so I got more space to like spread out.
All right.
And being like sandwiched in the like comforter and whatnot, like that's nice. But my
I mean,
mattress is a little firm. Apparently, they're supposed to be replaced every 10 years. I think it is.
yeah, I don't know.
Mine's older than that.
And it's uh, yeah. Fuck. What was I gonna say?
Yeah.
I don't remember what I was gonna say. Damn it. Ah, you're rip train of thought. God damn it. It was like something to do with a mattress or something, probably.
I got something to say about a mattress. A while back, when I was
Okay.
more seriously looking into getting a new mattress, I went into.
Oh yeah, mattresses are expensive as fuck.
They are really expensive,
Yeah.
but I didn't realize how, um, I guess the personal the right word? Intimate? Intimate's definitely not the right word.
Personal is definitely the right word.
Okay, I didn't realize how personal the mattress buying experience was gonna be because
Oh yeah.
you get like a mattress salesman. I wasn't expecting that. I was just
Yeah.
expecting to walk into a store, lie down, try out a few different mattresses, buy a knockoff of that one online. But I went in, and then they were like, "Well, what are you looking for? What do you want out of your sleep?" And I was like, "I'm
Yeah.
not prepared to answer this question."
What are you looking for out of your sleep? I don't know, sleep.
Like, do you got a mattress with a built-in laptop holder?
Jeez. Yeah, I like to watch things while I'm going to bed, and I like to watch things when I'm waking up.
Apparently, with some mattresses are like correspond with different pillows that this company makes, and it was a whole thing. We basically spent like an hour in the store talking to the saleswoman about like what the best mattress is for me and stuff and the prices. And then I ended up becoming on like some email list so she can email me like the stuff that we looked at and the stuff that I liked and what we tried out and other things that we talked about and when the sales are ending and blah blah blah.
No, yeah.
Right. And then I was like, okay, I'm never gonna go back to this email, but sure. I just like kind of just gave it to her to get out of the store quicker. Right? So then obviously like some time went by, like 2 days went by and she emailed me and said, "This is the stuff we talked about. How are you feeling about everything? I know it's a big purchase and stuff, and here you go." And I just looked at it, opened it. I didn't even respond. I was like, okay, this was the end of it. Her job is now complete. She gave me everything that I needed to know. I left the store. The interaction here was done unless I come back or follow up and decide, hey, I'd actually like to know more about this or purchase this for XYZ, right? And like
Yeah.
2 months later.
I mean, her job is
But
like
dude,
50% complete. The
two
other 50% is like a sale.
2 months later, it's like, hey Shalom, you still thinking about that mattress?
I mean, she's giving you some time to sleep on it. 2 months.
I guess, but
Well, it's like I also.
it was just like then I felt bad. I was like, oh, I felt like I left her on red, and I felt obligated to reply. I didn't, but I was like, wow, she's pissed because I thought she was like patiently waiting, like waking up each day, just going,
I
I'll
wonder if
never email me
Shalom's
back.
bought. I wonder if Shalom's bought another mattress. I wonder if he's talking to other mattress salesmen behind my back.
Yeah, has he signed up on other email lists?
Ah, yeah. I mean, it sounds like she. I mean, that's the way to do it. It's like send one email as a confirmation with all the information, and then like I don't know. I feel like maybe 2 months is a little bit long, maybe, but at the same
Summer had
time,
started and ended.
huh?
Summer had started and ended.
But I mean, at the same time, you don't want like a pushy salesman, And so it seems like they were doing their best to not be that, and it doesn't really feel like they're trying to push the sale onto you. And clearly, it looks like the practices are working because you felt bad about it and you wanted to respond, but you didn't. and
That is true.
um,
True.
and you still need a mattress, so it's like she's just saying, "Hey, I'm still here. If you're gonna get that mattress." Of course, she doesn't know if you've gotten a mattress or not, but yeah.
How does it say? I don't need one.
They are
But I
expensive.
want. They're expensive.
I got a new mattress probably like 3 years ago, maybe 2 or 3 years ago. It was nice. It's good. My old mattress really needed to be replaced. I had it for like, yeah, like you said, like, well, before it was my bed, it was my brother's bed, and I don't know how long he had it. Probably at least 10 years. So it was like a 20-year-old mattress, and it was very concave. It was not a flat mattress. It was especially because I always slept in the very dead center middle of it. And so if you tried to sleep on the slot sides or two people in it, you'd end up like leaning in to like, and it's just, yeah, it was,
Why were you? Oh, it just broke in the middle. Like, why
it
were
was,
you leaning
well,
in?
like I said, it was like concave. It was like, well, do you know what
So,
it was concave.
yeah,
And
but does
so
that mean like you'd only sleep? Like you ever had the mattress to get it to that? Like, was it built that way, or was it just used that way
it
so
was
much?
used that way because I only slept in the middle of it. Like I just slept dead center in the middle. When I
You
was
not
a
move
kid,
in your sleep?
what?
You not move in your sleep?
Um, no, not really. I
I'm just interested in
I,
watching you sleep.
I sleep like straight like a pencil, and I really don't move like very much at all. Like I might like roll onto my side and like back, but yeah, no, I don't really move around when I sleep. It wouldn't be very
Oh.
interesting watching me sleep. It would be pretty boring.
When you like, do you when you move onto your side, do you like move under yourself instead of just moving over?
To move
Like,
under myself.
are you on your side in basically the same spot on the bed that you were when you were on your back? Over a bit to the left or right?
I mean, I guess it depends on if I'm doing it while I'm awake or not. And but like the thing is, I don't really move in my sleep. So like when I wake, if I'm like awake and I'm moving, then I'll just like yeah, I'll like probably just like stay in the same spot and like roll slightly, but I'll just like I don't know, like stick my bum back and like stick my knee forward and put my other knee like sort of like folded on top of my like my other leg and
I know exactly which one you're talking about, and that is so comfy. The other one that I
yeah.
like is when you're on your side and you got like one leg stretched out, but the other one's like at a right angle, like a 90-degree angle, and like over to the side and kind of like spread out a little bit.
But like then your knees bent down, right? Still,
But
you don't have
one knee,
your knee. You don't have your
one leg,
knee straight.
like one leg is straight, and then the other knee, or the other leg is like
It's like
in
kicked
an L
out.
kind of shape.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, yeah,
I like
yeah.
that one too.
Oh yeah,
Um, what was I gonna? Yeah, mattresses.
yeah, yeah. And so yeah, no, it was I just slept in the middle of that mattress for the most part, and so it was it just all it got worn down only in the middle. And so the edges, like if I was sleeping in the middle, it's like the edges would be probably like a half a foot higher than the middle of the bed.
Hmm. Ow, a lot.
Yeah,
That's a
I mean,
decent chunk. That's a decent chunk.
yeah, yeah, definitely, definitely. And so this current mattress that I have, I basically like every few months or so, I will like right now I'm sleeping on I don't know the way that I'm looking at it, I'm sleeping on like the top left side of it. Um, but then
You
like
just keep moving throughout the
and then
bed.
I'll move my pillows over to the top right side for and then I'll sleep there for like a while and then I'll flip it and also like I'll start sleeping on the bottom right side. Like I won't flip the mattress, but I'll flip the side that my head is on the bed. So
Are you
like
serious? So you'll sleep on your bed backwards?
well, it's not backwards. It's a bed. There's no right or wrong way to sleep on a bed. It's
Well, is
just
it in a bed frame? Like, do you have a bed
no.
frame?
I mean, it's on like a little pedestal thing. I get it. I don't have a headrest or like a headboard. I don't have a headboard. No.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
It just still seems weird because if it's like I like have my room set up anyway, so that when I'm laying in my bed, I'm situated in a certain way of the room. Like I'm laying in the bed in the way that's most comfortable to the room. You know, like I
The
got my
room doesn't care.
like, but I have the room set. I have the room set up with like night tables and like ahead of the bed is in between two outlets on either side and
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, I
so
mean,
it's
yeah, like my bed right now is set up like where the like the short like the short end is up against the wall and the window in the corner, and then the long end it's all the way along the wall. And the
you
other
can only
short
get in
end,
and out one way.
correct? Yes, and then yeah, because the short end, the other short end is has got my like my PC shelves stacked up to it, so I can only enter the bed from the one like the one long side. So it's like it doesn't matter which way is top or bottom for me because it's like they're both they're both just as accessible to outlets and whatnot because I've got like a PC bar over here or like a plug bar, an outlet bar. What the fuck are those called? That whatever. Doesn't
Power
matter.
bar?
Power bar. I've got a power bar on either end. So I can plug shit in here or there if I need to.
Just sounds so disorienting. Like you wouldn't know, like, just waking up and just being in a different spot than how you thought you felt. I'll like that because basically I'm at the point where I can wake up and because I've been sleeping in the same way for so long and I can like reach over and like know where everything is, right? Or like I could basically like if I needed to, I could probably wake up in the middle of the night and just not open my eyes, get out of bed, go to the bathroom and pee, come back in bed, and then just go to sleep without opening my eyes. But you don't know which way you felt. Like you have to think about, okay, which way did I fall asleep to know which way to get up? It's just all turn around.
Yeah, I mean the thing is, it would if I were to try this challenge, it would probably take me about 30 seconds once I was on my feet, uh, or even before I even got out of bed to figure out which orientation I was in based on what was above my head, whether it was my shelf or it was the wall slash window. And so from there, everything would be the same. I just need to get out of bed and just go.
But I
Uh,
mean, you also got to figure out which way to get out of bed. Like if you're trying to do it quickly, like for me, I could just do it without thinking about it because nothing's there. You have to think about it, otherwise you're just going headfirst into a wall.
I mean, I would definitely have to think about it. Yeah, no, that's yeah. One time actually, one time actually, I was laying in bed, in the current in the current in the current orientation of my sleep setup, and I thought I was in the middle of the bed, but I was up against the wall, and I tried to roll, and I just rolled into the wall. And I just smashed my head into the wall.
Uh,
That was fun. That was an experience.
yeah, it sounds like it. It's one of those things where it's like it happened and you're just like upset that it happened when no one was there because then you just feel stupid by yourself.
I just got well. Whenever that happens, I usually like get mad at the thing that hit me, even though I hit myself on the thing. Like I hit the thing, but I'm mad at the thing for hitting me. It's like, why the fuck? Who the fuck put the wall here, man? God damn
Yeah,
it!
I
Stupid
get really
wall.
annoyed when something like that happens and no one else saw it because I know like I won't be able to retell it to the same effect, and it's just I
A-
just have to deal with it on my own. It's
And you can't make light of the situation by like laughing about it with the other person because
yeah,
laughing about it with yourself doesn't work.
yeah, it just makes you sound crazy. It's just like, oh, I'll just laugh it off. Fucking won't.
Although sometimes when I do stupid things when I'm alone, I do laugh at myself.
Really?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't. When I'm alone and I do something stupid, I just have to stop.
Well, I mean,
I
it
just have to
depends.
like,
Like, if it's something that makes me that I find is funny, then I'll laugh at it. If it makes me feel stupid, then I'll just be like, I'll just feel sad.
like I remember there was one time where um I was walking around the house and I just like went around the corner, like a corner that I walked around for a year now, I guess. And I just stubbed my toe and there was no one else home and it hurt. I didn't even scream. I just kind of just let out like a
Yeah, 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 yeah.
and then I just didn't move and I just stared at my stubbed toe and at the corner of the wall and just going kind of like shaking my head and just stood there for a second. I was just like, well, and then I just kind of went on to do whatever I was doing, and it was just like, you can't do anything. It happened.
Yeah, yeah,
Nothing
yeah.
about it. Nobody saw it. It was, and you just have to live with the fact that it was and will forever be.
Yeah, sometimes I'll like do something like that, and I'll just like, I won't really like stop and think about it or like anything. Like, I like stop and look at my toe. Look what you did. No, I'll just, I'll just like, I'll do it, and I'll just like shake my head and just like get on with it. Just like try and forget that it ever happened. Because I'm like, I'd be embarrassed to admit it.
All right, this is the last thing I want to touch on before we probably wrap up. So,
Yeah.
you know how you were saying you don't have a voice in your head?
Yeah.
Like you don't have a conscious voice in your head that helps you make decisions, like which
Yeah, no,
wouldn't be like
definitely.
most people's thinking voice. It just thinking it is.
Yeah.
So, do you ever talk out loud to yourself, like if you're home alone or just trying to do something?
No. I mean, no, like well, sometimes I'll just no, like I'm trying because there's definitely been times where I talk out loud and I'm talking to nobody but myself, but I'm not talking to myself. I'm just talking about the scenario that I'm thinking about in my head, and as if I am one of the people speaking in my scenario. But I don't know if I'm even yeah, like sometimes I'll think about something in like a made up scenario where the just like maybe there's like conflict going on and I'll
But
just be
that
like,
thought doesn't come as a voice, right? Like it's just is.
yeah, it's not a voice, it's more like it's more like an image. It's not like a sound. I don't like it like I don't hear it when I'm thinking it. I'm like picturing it. And like I'm picturing people saying it. I'm not picturing like I'm not even picturing the sound of what they're saying because I already know what they're saying. So I don't know. I don't hear like a voice when even when I'm thinking about people talking, I don't like imagine hearing a voice. Sometimes I'll imagine hearing their voice if it's something specific that somebody said once maybe, and then maybe I'll like reply it
That
like
was
in
such a
person.
vague thing to say. If it's something specific that somebody said once, maybe. What was that sentence?
Well, I mean, if somebody said something and I like remember them explicitly saying that thing, maybe I remember like I will picture the sound. Yeah, I picture the
I
sound.
want to get
I
that
don't.
on a shirt. If somebody said something sometime, maybe it's just basically a really long way to go. Hmm? Imagine if someone said something sometime, maybe.
If somebody said something sometime maybe. If some yeah, I don't know, maybe. I don't even know what I said.
So you don't really talk out loud then.
No, like if I do, it might be like a very brief, just little like fucking. I'm trying to think of the last time because like I feel like I said something in like the last week when no one was around, just like talking to myself and just like yeah, it was fucking
Before you
stupid.
went to hospital, it was just
No,
like
no, I
all
think it was when I
sitting down.
got back. No, like yeah, I was like I think I was thinking about something and I was thinking about somebody doing something and I was like, "Oh, you're a fucking idiot." And like that's all I said. And it's just like so if you were if you were overhearing me, there would be no context whatsoever. It would just be like, "Oh, you're a fucking idiot." And nothing like just no follow-up either. I'm pretty sure that's what I said. I don't remember what I was thinking of, but yeah, it would have been something like, yeah, like that's so dumb. Like that's what it would have been. And I feel like I don't know, maybe I'll say something like that, like once or twice a month, just like talking to no, but I'm not even talking to myself. I'm just
You
saying
check in
it.
with yourself once a month.
I'm
Have
just
you
shit.
seen?
I'm just shit talking my own thoughts.
Shut up.
What the fuck are you on about? Get on with it.
Okay, have you seen Pirates of the Caribbean?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, have you seen those movies? Okay, so do you remember the one where after Jack Sparrow died, spoiler alert, and he's like in Davy Jones' locker and he's on the Black Pearl, but it's beached and there's just a bunch of hymns on the boat and he's kind of like having a battle with himself and then he kills himself to like fight over and then he ends up fighting over a peanut with himself.
I mean, yeah, kind of. I mean, I don't remember it very well, but I remember like images of it. I haven't seen this movie in it's gotta be like a decade.
Okay. Well, it's a
When did
series
that
of
come out?
I don't know. I don't even. I think it's. I don't remember which one it is.
I think it's Black Pearl.
No, that's the second one. It's the Black Pearl's the first one. It's the one where
Oh, okay, I don't know then. Oh, Davy Jones' Locker.
yeah, maybe.
Well, if he's in Davy Jones' Locker, I don't think Davy Jones was in very like obviously he was mentioned in other movies, but I think was that not Davy Jones' Locker? Oh man. Dude, I haven't seen a Pirates of the Caribbean movie since the most recent one that came out.
It's at World's Edge, at World's End.
Really? When did that one come
Yeah,
out? And what was the most recent one?
2007. Most
Oh
recent
shit.
one is Dead Man Tells No Tales. No. Oh yes, because there's one Tales of the Code that hasn't come out yet. Oh, it's a prequel to the Pirates of the Caribbean movie. Anyway, yeah, there's one that came out in 2017. Dead Man Tells No Tales.
All right. Okay. Yeah,
I
that
remember
must
there
have
being a
been
lot more movies than there actually is, but there is only four. Two, four. Oh no, five. Three. Yeah, there's five.
I mean that's a decent amount.
That
The
is
thing is, I think it's like I've watched I don't yeah, like I'm at the point where I don't remember which ones. I'm sure I've watched all of them, but I know I've watched some of them many times. And I've probably watched a couple of them maybe only once or twice.
okay. So basically, at World's End is the one where they like flip the boat over in the ocean,
Oh
and
yeah, 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 yeah. Right.
it's like on a scene where it's like this way. They're just walking back and forth.
Yeah.
Right before that is when, or not right before that, but moments before that is when he's like fighting with himself because he's like dead and he's been dead for a while and no one else is around. Like starts hallucinating characters of himself and yeah, basically.
Right.
Anyway, the point I was getting to with that is kind of what goes on in my head frequently if I'm alone. So I'll be just talking back and forth and answering myself and be like, well, I could do this, but if you do this, then this is going to happen. And how are you going to feel about that? Obviously, he won't care about that because he's wanting this result and go around in that discussion out loud openly. So if anyone were to walk in or just be like listening on the other side of the wall, they'd think I've lost it.
So you've got a voice in your head that you are like out loud talking to and like conversing with.
Yes and no, because I'll talk out loud to the voice in my head.
But you're also talking out loud
That-
to yourself, talking out loud.
Yeah, the voice in my head will respond, like out loud,
yeah,
vocalize its voice. Because the voice in my head is me.
yeah. Right.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway, in saying that, the voice in my head would like to say thanks for listening to our video podcast.
Yeah, this was this was a weird one for sure.
This was a weird one.
I didn't even talk about my thing, but
the stuff that we wanted to talk about.
yeah, I didn't even talk about my thing, but that's something to save for later.
Yeah, but thanks for joining us. Be sure to check out us on Instagram, which is insert Instagram name here.
Arguably official. Had to think about that for a second.
And I don't know what we're gonna post on there.
I mean, we haven't posted anything on there in a long time. I might think of something.
We'll see.
The Instagram, if in case anyone's ever wondering, the Instagram's just been me, pretty much. I think, yeah, it's just been me. Jake edited one thing once, but it's most of the time I can't think of things to come up with, and whenever I was trying to think of things to come up with, Jake's just like, "Oh, we don't need to post something on there. Do we have to post something on there?" It's just like. No, we don't have to. Fine, we won't. Fuck it. And in the trend recently has just been nothing.
Sign it. I got some because yeah, I've said stuff to post on there, but I just sent it to you privately so you could put it up.
Yeah, well, yeah, I've asked for things to from you
Yeah.
to post on there. Um, but this I don't know. Maybe we'll post a picture of our beds.
Yeah, maybe.
uh,
Okay.
I mean, yeah, it is a unique setup at least for my bed.
I bet it's just a bed in a room.
I mean, hey, maybe people can guess which.
Yeah, we'll see. Guess which whose bed is whose.
Yeah, and we'll see all the comments, all the many comments that'll be there.